They had Mike, and I knew it was my job to get Mike back, because Mike was my best friend. And I told him that if anything ever happened to him, I would be there for him. Well, it was time for me to be a man of my word. I had to save Mike. They got Mike, we gotta get him back, 'cause I told him I would always have his back. We've been friends back when we was this tall. We was making money before we could even crawl. Now they took him, I don't know what to do, but we got one rule: don't mess with the crew. It's all for one and one for all. We die for our brothers, that's how we ball. I made some calls and got some names. I heard about some guy named James. James and Mike had beef last week, 'cause James ran over Mike's bike with his Jeep. I found out where James' house was. James had guns and James sold drugs. So I knew that it was gonna be hard work, but I wasn't scared, 'cause James is a dumb jerk. I said, Mike, I'm coming for you, homie, 'cause Mike's always got my back when I'm lonely, and I always got his back when we fight. I'm coming for you, Mike, I'ma save your life. I said, Mike, I'm coming for you, homie, 'cause Mike's always got my back when I'm lonely, and I always got his back when we fight. I'm coming for you, Mike, I'ma save your life. I got dressed in my camouflage gear. I looked to the sky and I cried one tear. I said, God, I hope that you're with me and don't let me die, 'cause Mike's gonna miss me. So I started off towards James' house, and I was moving quiet like a mouse. I seen Mike tied up in the street. There were ropes around his hands and ropes around his feet. James ran up and he began swinging, but he was no match for the fire I was bringing. I knocked James out with one punch. Yep, he had a knuckle sandwich for lunch. I ran over and I untied Mike, and then we both took off on my bike. I said, Mike, I love you, big homie. He said, I'll always have your back when you're lonely. I said, Mike, I'm coming for you, homie, 'cause Mike's always got my back when I'm lonely, and I always got his back when we fight. I'm coming for you, Mike, I'ma save your life. I said, Mike, I'm coming for you, homie, 'cause Mike's always got my back when I'm lonely, and I always got his back when we fight. I'm coming for you, Mike, I'ma save your life. This song's for all you best friends out there, okay? You make sure you always got each other's backs. You understand? 'Cause if you don't have each other's backs, nobody's gonna have your back. Rest in peace, Tupac Shakur. Everybody misses you. Peace.
All right. What's up, family? What's going on? Welcome to the Tariq Elite Show right here live on Ustream. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me correctly. Making sure all my lighting and all that stuff is together. How's the sound? How's everything looking? How's everything sounding? Glad to have everybody tuning in. It is Sunday night, and we are here to chop up game like we usually do on Sunday night. I hope everybody had a great weekend this weekend. Let me take a look and see what's popping in the Chizat room. And we're going to take calls in a minute. What's going on, family? So the room is packed. People are coming on in the room. Glad to have everybody tuning in. Before we get started, y'all know we got the tax season Mackish package going on right now. We got like 2-3 more days left. Well, really 2 more days left. The sale ends on Tuesday. We'll talk about Chris Brown in a minute. We're going to talk about him. Yeah, everybody likes the Coon Train song. But go to TariqElite.com. The tax season Mackish package. We got an excellent deal. You're going to get 5 items. You're going to get the Liberty t-shirt, the Heraldry t-shirt, the Cooperate t-shirt, the International sunglasses, and the Relationship Riches and Race DVD. You're going to get all of that for $49. $49. A lot of people are taking advantage of that deal. Get yours now at TariqElite.com. The sale ends in 2 days. So go to TariqElite.com and get that, ladies and gentlemen. TariqElite.com. TariqElite.com. Yeah, a lot of folks like The Coon Train song. You bought yours on Friday? Yeah, man. We at my office, man. We've been sending those things out like hotcakes, man. We've been sending those things out like hotcakes. So yeah, we're getting them out very fast. Yes, indeed. And you can definitely get the Hidden Colors DVD at hiddencolorsfilm.com. So what is happening, family? So what's going on? What's up, beautiful brown? How are you? A lot of folks like the last episode of the Tariq Elite Radio Show. A lot of people like that. You save your money for Hidden Colors 3. Hey, man, we're getting it popping. I've been working around the clock getting Hidden Colors 3 ready. A lot of work goes into those Hidden Colors DVDs and documentaries, man. A lot of work goes into it. And I've been working like just around the clock. The hard thing about the documentaries, and it's a good thing, I'm not complaining, it's just getting all of the archive footage and the B-roll footage. That's the hardest thing, because it's like tedious. It's very tedious, and it takes a lot of time, takes up a lot of hours, and but it's worth it. When it comes out, everything looks real tight. So it's like putting together it's like you're doing a long essay for about a year. You're doing a school essay or a school report or book report for about a year, but it's going to be crisp. I'm telling you, Hidden Colors 3 is going to be off the chain. How's all the ladies in the room doing? All the ladies in the room, press 5. All the ladies in the room, press 5. We're looking to release Hidden Colors 3 in like June 6th. That's the tentative date. That's the tentative date. What's up, beautiful brown? We got Natalie. We got Hot Double Diva in the house. God Self, Kiera Morris. We got Caramel Murr. Kiera Morris, that sounds like one of those girls who's one of those closet freaks. Like you grew up in a church, but you be sucking dick after Sunday school. That sounds like one of them freak names, Kiera Morris. What's up, Sister Sketch, Kendra, Alada Body, K Prattis, Raw. What's up, family? And we're gonna take some calls in a minute. The phone number is 818-850-5404. Yeah, a lot of folks love the Coon Train song. I need somebody who can do animated GIFs. I've been tweeting about this. Nobody's responding. Now, I can do it, but I just don't have time. I want somebody who can do animated GIFs, like GIF photos, like when you Photoshop people's heads on certain things and on certain videos. Holla at me, man, because I got some real funny stuff I want to put together. Man, what's up, Jay? Can I break down how how feminism created the modern day hood rat? The feminists, they tried to get in on Nas. That's the homie. They tried to get on the homie Nas, because Nas, he sent out a tweet saying that feminism equals is like the woman's mafia. It was a very vague tweet, and a lot of people reacted to it somewhat negatively because they wanted him to elaborate on it, and because he didn't elaborate on it, they just projected what they wanted to project on there. You think, but what's interesting, a lot of people now are waking up to, I would say, the black feminism more than anything. Black feminism is the thing that I really take issue with, because I can understand. I don't try to lump those in the dominant society. I don't try to break them up. I deal with them as a group, because all of it is different sectors of the same thing. All of their actions, they're all under the auspices of the same thing, which is white supremacy. And I tackle that as a unit. And there's different sectors of it, but they all try to achieve the same goal. And I've said this many times, when you peel the layers back and you look at the origin of mainstream feminism, it was a lot of racism. I mean, the foundation of it is racism. Their whole agenda was an anti-black male agenda. Then it scooted over to an anti-black female agenda with Margaret Sanger, who was a prominent white feminist. So there's a lot of things we can break down about that. But again, my issue is that we have to understand what it is and see what people's true agendas are all about. Twitter, and Black Twitter is just wallowing in powerlessness. You have to understand, most of those people, those Twitter feminists, most of those are really white supremacists pretending to be black females on the internet. What's up, Lady Moore? Be very clear. A lot of those so-called black feminists, most of them, and I would say not just most, but the majority of them, are really white supremacists. That's the new thing, that a lot of white supremacists will pretend to be black on the internet and say real stupid shit. You all, whenever you notice a comment, you see something on YouTube or Yahoo, whatever, you see something and somebody is commenting and they say, well, I'm black and I think that niggas are stupid. The minute they say, well, I'm black and, if you black, you don't have to make an announcement. What's up, Robert? How you doing, fam? Black Twitter is basically, it's the kindergarten playground. It's the kindergarten playground. It's nothing but silliness, silly plantation nigga shit that goes on. And most of black Twitter is really white supremacists on there. WorldStar has definitely been infiltrated. WorldStar is the white supremacist headquarters. All the people who comment on WorldStar, the majority of them, I would say about 80% of them are white supremacists. About 80% of them are white supremacists. And that's always been a thing. You got to understand, people pretending to be black online, and you can tell when somebody's trying to be black online, they always got some ghetto ass screen name, and that's very common on Twitter. They get like, a white supremacist will get the name of a hood rat, like Darquisha or something, and tweet a bunch of stupid shit. Somebody emailed me about some tweet that an alleged hood rat, a black female, said about what, it was something real silly. Somebody emailed me. Oh yeah, it was like it was a tweet from some account where it's supposed to be a black female talking about how Nicki Minaj has done more than Dr. Martin Luther King, something real stupid, and then some black people got all up in arms about it, and I text the person or I emailed the person back. I said, "Real, you can't tell that this is a white supremacist pretending to be black, saying stupid shit to get people riled up." And that's the thing. A lot of times, man, the white supremacists, they get off on getting black people riled up, on getting black people offended. They say real stupid shit to get people all riled up. That's their little thing. I don't even trip on that. You know, because I always come at it from an intellectual standpoint. When you try to intellectualize your racial bigotry, then I'm gonna holler at you about that, because see, black folks start believing that. But as far as getting all bent out of shape and, oh, fuck that, why are you saying it? Yeah, don't even trip on that. That's there to get you off your focus. And your focus should always be systematic white supremacy. I never take the focus off that. The focus is always systematic white supremacy. On Friday, your girl told you she's a feminist. Should you charge her? Well, you know her better than we do. You know, what does she mean? She's a feminist, and that means what? See, you got to ask people, what do they mean? Ask her what she means by that. You're a feminist as far as what? And that means what? You're going to do what? Your agenda is what? Just ask people what their agenda is. Of course, there's black people who think it's cute to be ignorant. Of course there are. White dude at work called you a yes man? But Lady More Natural, why did he call you that? And you're a woman, by the way. Yeah, black Twitter, and people, you know, they'll promote black Twitter in the media because, again, it's silly. It's a bunch of silly Negroes and white supremacists trolling around on the internet. They'll promote some silly nonsense like that. So progressive black people, you got to learn how to not get caught up in that. Black Twitter, they make it seem like black Twitter is some kind of movement on the internet, but it's not. Like, black Twitter It's like some people on so-called Black Twitter were bragging about they stopped somebody from getting a book deal. One of the jurors from the Trayvon Martin case, they didn't stop a damn thing. They most likely were not going to give that person a deal, and the people who were giving the juror the deal, they didn't want a bunch of mainstream negative press. It wasn't just some so-called Black Twitter yelling and bitching on Twitter about something. That's what niggas do all the time. Niggas always yelling and bitching on Twitter. That don't mean nothing. Real deep stuff. What's going on with my chat room here? Oh, let me see what's going on with my chat room. No, it's Twitter. It's just a bunch of, they call it Black Twitter when a bunch of so-called black profiles start whining, online activists. They start whining and complaining about random silly nonsense. You saw Bill O'Reilly on Letterman. He was calling black entertainers thugs. Let me tell you something, man. Y'all better watch out. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all need to call people out for that thug word. See, that's what goes on in the dominant society. In the dominant society, they know how to create code words, and immediately they get on these code words and start teaching each other the code, and through osmosis, they know what the codes mean. They know exactly what the code mean. And these are code words, and they get up in court and use these code words. This is why black folks, again, are going to have to start thinking internationally. You really got to think internationally and stop depending on these court systems here. The court systems here are just really not set up to help you. Just with the situation with Chris Brown. Chris Brown just got arrested again. And, you know, they're dragging his case on and on. How long ago was that Rihanna thing? Because all of this is from the Rihanna case. And probation, that's the thing, man. The probation game. Once they lock you in there, that probation, and I've been on probation before, and that's how they get you. They keep making you get these probation violations, and they keep trying to drag you in and out of court, knowing that if they keep dragging you in and out, eventually you might miss a date or something is going to happen. You're going to be out of town. There's some kind of emergency, something. Eventually, you keep dragging people in and out of court over and over again. Somebody's going to be late. They're hoping that you're going to be late. Something is going to happen where you miss your court date so they can revoke that and then give you another probation violation case. You dig? The probation violation, that's a scam, dude. I've been on that shit, and do they look for any reason to revoke your violation? I mean, to revoke your probation. It's real excruciating. What's up? Shout out to my people in London. Shout out to London. Let me say this: black people in London, I got a lot of love for you, but y'all some of the cheapest niggas I've ever met in my life. What is it? I gotta go over that. I've never been to London. I've been everywhere, but from what I understand, the Negroes over in London are some of the cheapest penny pensioners niggas over there. Is there some kind of poverty complex? What's wrong with y'all niggas and money? Dudes, when I try to do business with cats, motherfuckers over there are always trying to cut some. I think they're always trying to cut a deal. Some jive ass fucking deal. I think a lot of you cats come over from Africa. And y'all got that African hustling mentality. A lot of that Nigerian cats be wanting the hidden color DVD. Somebody, I swear to God, somebody emailed my office this weekend from somewhere in London. And they bought some Hidden Colors DVDs from a wholesaler over there. So they didn't even get it directly from us. They got it from one of our wholesalers. And I guess the wholesaler told them to contact us because they said one of the DVDs was defective. Just one. They said one of the DVDs was defective. It didn't work or something. So who knows? I don't know if somebody sold them a bootleg. I don't even know. But they're emailing me talking about, can we replace the one DVD? I'm like, motherfucker, I live 3,000 miles away across the ocean. You're emailing me about one DVD and you live all the way across the world? Because I think they bought like 14 of them and one of the DVDs they said didn't work. I don't know if it was a bootleg. I don't know. Most likely somebody sold them some real DVDs mixed with bootlegs, because that's another thing. People will buy bootleg copies of Hidden Colors, and when them shits don't work, they email us. Hey man, I tried to watch Hidden Colors and there was a porno tape on some of the shit. I'm like, really? Yeah, man, it was on Phil Valentine at first. Then I saw some dicks and titties. I'm like, what the hell? I say, where'd you get the DVD? Well, I got it from this nigga at a laundromat over in Brooklyn. I'm like, kill yourself, nigga. just go back to that laundromat and kill yourself. My God. So people buy bootleg DVDs. Don't buy bootleg DVDs. A lot of them shits don't work. A lot of them just don't work. What's up, Muse of Troy? I see you, young lady. Niggas getting my DVD from all types of crazy places. My God. But yeah, the dude, somebody over in London wanted me to send them one replacement DVD that they got from somebody else. I'm like, come on, dude. Come on. And there's a lot of cheap cats over there. Whenever I do business, dudes, oh man, are trying to just get that extra dollar, just politicking for the extras. Hello, mate. Can I get the Hidden Colors DVDs? Can I get 1,000 of them for $2 each? I'm like, no, Branson, or whatever your fucking name is. No. You can't let that opinion of a whole load of us here in England, the vast majority know about Tariq, support everything. I respect that. That's cool. I'm just saying, Rolanjo, whatever your name is. I'm just saying. I'm not saying everybody over there is getting down like that, but I see some from the people I've talked to, because they want me to come over there, man. And I got this thing. I don't fuck around when it comes to paper, and they want me to come over there, and I can judge by the way. I can judge the way things might go by the actions of some of the people I've been dealing with. Now, I'm not trying to get over there and people start fucking around with my money. You dig? Because I don't want people to fly me over there, like send me half my money. Then I come over there and they're like, well, Tariq, we don't have all your money. We'll have it after the lecture. I will go eat me a fucking English muffin and a croissant and get my ass back on a plane. I don't play with money. I will hop back on a fucking plane. I'll go look at Big Ben or some shit. You won't get no lecture out of me if my money ain't right. I ain't trying to hear niggas spit that bullshit. I got an anti-bullshit mentality, yeah. I don't care if it is coming from an English accent, American. I don't play games with no paper. But again, they're trying to bring me out to London. They're trying to bring me out to London. I'm waiting on them to get everything popping. I'm waiting on them to get everything popping. Give them a payment plan. But y'all just have my money straight when I get out there. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm definitely going. I always got my lodging and all that together. So everybody's got jacked up teeth. Man. But I got a lot of love for my UK players, though. A lot of love over there. A lot of love. And I got a lot of respect for the players over there. What did Gene Simmons say about Run DMC? And did y'all hear about the White Man March? Shout out to the White Man March. Shout out to the White Man March. They had the White Man March yesterday. They are marching for the oppression of the white man. The white, I don't know. I tried to ask some people what exactly is the march for. I mean, I don't, let me know. I don't want nobody to be oppressed. You know, some black girls going to the white man match to find a husband. They went to the white man march. Hilarious. So it was probably some black feminists out there with some marriage licenses. But the white man march is hilarious. I'm like, what exactly is their goal? What's your goal? What's your gripe? They kept making these very vague comments. Well, diversity equals genocide. Okay, and that means what? So what diversity are you talking about? How, do we need to stop it? What do we do to stop it? You see? What's up, Tenali? Yeah, again, what it sounds like is basically the whole Francis Cress Welsing theory, the fear of genetic annihilation. Diversity means genocide. Okay, fair enough. Because what I don't do, when I ask people on Twitter, I'm like, okay, can somebody from the White Man March tell me exactly what you want? I don't want nobody to be oppressed. If there's some white people, white men being oppressed, well, let me go down to Jamba Juice or Starbucks and I'll protest with you. I don't want to, and I don't want to impress you. What's going on? And then they kept sending everybody to that bullshit website. And the website just had a whole, but it was so silly, talking about black privilege and this black privilege. They said some shit on the site where it can't even be taken seriously. They talk about how black people can insult people. We got the privilege to insult people and not get in trouble, which is not true. Say black people, which shows me that these people are just really trolling for attention. On their website, they said black people have the privilege of being portrayed positively by the media. I said, okay, they really are just trolling. If you look at that website, they said we black people got the privilege of being portrayed positively. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, okay, this is somebody just trolling for attention. And this is somebody, they're just trolling for attention. Yeah, they mentioned the knockout game, all that Fox News bullshit. But my thing is, you got to understand this. Whenever you see any organization, and a lot of people, they try to use terms like, well, racism goes both ways. The Black Panthers and Farrakhan and the Klan is not even close to a comparison. Not even close to a comparison. Most black organizations, they just basically want some type of equality, or they just want to stop blacks from going to jail, or they want jobs. It's nothing ever about trying to harm anybody. Most black organizations, their basic tenets is not to harm anybody. They just want simple shit like jobs, food, simple human rights type shit. They don't want nothing crazy. But whenever you see an organization with the prefix white in front of it, almost all the time, without any exception, their basic foundation ideology is to somehow harm or disenfranchise black people in particular. Almost always. They try to cover it up with all types of stuff, but when you peel the layers back, whenever you see an organization and the prefix is white, they want to harm black people in some shape, way, or form all the time. Always understand that. Don't let them try to, oh, no, we just, with white, we just want to be separate. No, because to be separate, what do you need to do to be separate? How do you be separate? What are you going to do to separate? How are you going to keep other people out of your little section here? Everything they do is all about, or the basic ideology is all about harming black people. Always. Always. There's no black supremacy. There's no such thing as black supremacy. So that's the thing. How are you gonna maintain an all white society if that's the case? So what do you? I always ask them that. Don't get caught up in the bullshit and the rhetoric. Don't get caught up in that because that's what they like to do. What they like to do, you got to understand chess. What they do, they throw out code words so basically they can get more followers to their movement. And then they'll throw out some rhetoric, some anti-black rhetoric. Well, black people have low IQs. Black people have crime. Black people have the knockout game. And they throw that out there so people can argue and bicker about the silly shit. Well, black people are portrayed positively. And that's to get you to bicker back and forth while they have their other agenda. That black feminists do that all the time. Black feminists, they always throw up some bullshit ideology that they know is bullshit. Like, well, black men got black male privilege. Like, what? And while we're over here arguing back and forth about some mythological black male privilege, they're over here doing the Negro bedwench thing. You dig? Because that's what their real agenda is to get to Negro bedwench status. So we got to understand the agendas of people. Hey, what's up, Morena? You got your package? Congratulations. You got your package fast. So how can we counter the covert war? Number one, you got to acknowledge it. That's the first thing. See, when you uncover something, that destabilizes it. You got to be, that's why I always say you got to call certain things out first. When you uncover something, you say, hey, I see what you're doing over there. I see that. Then you destabilize it to a certain degree. Got it? The thing is, a lot of black folks are scared to call certain things out. A lot of black folks are scared to call certain things out. What's up, Morena? You saw Dr. Kaba in Chicago. How was he in Chicago? He was at the Culture Connection, right? Providence, why are you asking about that, Providence? That's real rare, Providence. Why are you asking about that? And I'm talking to you specifically, Providence. Why are you asking about that person? What's up, Toya? Explain the Liberty shirts. Why the Confederate flag? Because the Liberty shirts represents slavery. And it represents what the Statue of Liberty was supposed to be about. The Statue of Liberty was supposed to be a black female. And it was supposed to represent emancipation from slavery. And people they thought that the South, the Confederates, would be upset to have a big old black woman in the harbor of New York, which they probably would have been. Because the South, let me tell you something about the Southerners. They've, for a long time, they had a lot of bitterness towards black folks. That's what really all that lynching and stuff was about. And that's why some of the oppression down there now is it was harder to a certain degree upon black folks because there was bitterness, because the former slaves turned on them during the Civil War. So there's always been this bitterness in the South that the Southerners had for black folks, primarily because black people turned on them and so-called made them lose the war. You understand what I'm saying? Because let's get deep for a minute. Now, I'm still explaining the shirt, by the way. Remember, during the Civil War, the South was winning at first. Who is this texting me? The South was winning at first. Hold on. What is she texting me for? Don't let me lose that thought, family. Please, don't let me lose that thought because we're chopping up game. Hold on. What is she texting me? Oh, okay. All right. Now, what was I saying, family? What was I saying? All right. Well, now what was I saying? What was I saying? Okay. Like I said, during the Civil War, the South was winning first because y'all have to remember, the South had most of the wealth. The South had most of the Confederates. They had most of the wealth, and the South was winning because basically they had black people who were enslaved who were taking care of them and taking care of the families. So they had that support at home. So black people were taking care of the wives and the children and the plantation of the men that were going back and forth, into war. What happened was, to destabilize the South, Lincoln said, well, I'm going to free all the slaves if we all win. If y'all help us win, if we win, the slaves will be freed. And that was a common tactic in war, to let Africans know that they will be free if they help out this side. The Britons did that. The British did that. When they were fighting the U.S., the Britons said, okay, if you help us, we'll stop slavery. If we win, slavery is over. The Spanish did that. That's why Florida was a free state. And a lot of black folks went down there to Florida. They don't like to talk about Florida being a free state. And they had black communities down there in Florida. You got it? Because when they talk about the Underground Railroad, they like to talk about the North and Canada. But a lot of black folks, most of them went down right there to Florida. Florida was a free state because it was owned by Spain for a long time. So when Lincoln put it out that if we win, slavery is going to be over, which he really did, he couldn't, because he didn't have any jurisdiction over the South like that. That's why they were fighting a civil war. You dig? So when he put that out and the word got out that if the North wins, slavery would be over, the black people said, okay. So, Miss Missy, I heard you're sick. I'm gonna make something real special for you, Missy. So black folks started sabotaging the shit out of the Confederates. Black folks was spying, snitching, as they should have. Black folks started sabotaging them left and right, as they should have. And that destabilized the South as well. That made them lose the war. Now, black people were real slick with it. They were real slick with it. And some of the Southerners, they caught on to it. And there was a lot of resentment after slavery. There was a lot of resentment that, the South lost the Civil War and they had to, give up their properties, and, their shit was raggedy and the slaves had to leave and all that. So there was a lot of resentment. It was good snitching. Exactly. Good snitching. So the thing is, that ties into the shirt. So the shirt with the Liberty statue, again, the Statue of Liberty was supposed to be black, and that was just going to rub the South really the wrong way. That was just going to put salt in the wound to have this black woman with chains, because she was supposed to have chains on her arms and the whole thing. And they were like, oh no, we can't have that. The South was like, oh Lord. And they realized the racial climate, would not have been a good look. And remember, a lot of people try to debunk the fact that they were going to have a black Statue of Liberty, and the Statue of Liberty was supposed to represent slavery. But you got to understand, Bartoli and all those French sculptors, these guys were known abolitionists. They were very anti-slavery. They were very anti-slavery over there in France. And they negotiated to at least keep one chain on the foot, and they keep that chain. The chain is almost hidden. You can only see it from being, if you were flying directly over top of the Statue of Liberty. So, and we talked about that in Hidden Colors 1. Get Hidden Colors 1. Get Hidden Colors 1. So the Statue of Liberty has a chain on her foot. Now, whenever you ask any kind of white supremacist suspect or anything about that, they can never explain that chain. They'll try to say, well, no, she wasn't supposed to be black, because I read on the website Snopes, and like, Snopes, fuck Snopes. When people try to quote Snopes, that's like another version of Wikipedia. It's another white supremacist run website. Wikipedia, just like Wikipedia, they have so many, it's so white supremacist filtered. Man, no, Lincoln didn't want to free no slaves. Lincoln didn't want to free no slaves. Lincoln did not want to free the Africans at all. And that's another myth. And we talked about that. We broke that down in Hidden Colors 1. Yeah, we broke that down in Hidden Colors 1. So that's what the shirt is about. The shirt is paying homage to what the Statue of Liberty was supposed to be. So that's what that is. It's paying homage to that. So get your shirt. And when you wear it, watch the reaction of people, because sometimes I forget that I have it on, and when people see that, it's all shit. And I love when they ask what it means, I'm glad to tell them. When they ask what it means, I'm glad to tell them. Yeah, there's no historic information. No, before Hidden Colors, like Mansa Musa, they got a little more information about Mansa Musa on Wikipedia. But before Hidden Colors, there was like one paragraph about Mansa Musa. One paragraph. Now, Mansa Musa was the wealthiest man known in recorded history. He's the wealthiest man who ever lived in the 14th century. The wealthiest man to ever live. West African brother. Yeah, so a lot of the history is hidden. And again, I can't wait to Hidden Colors 3. We talk about some real deep stuff in Hidden Colors 3. Out here in Los Angeles, I was downtown. I'm going to put up a picture probably tomorrow. I was downtown at a place called Biddy Mason Park. Now, this park is real small. It's damn near hidden downtown. And they were giving halfway props, this little monument downtown LA, where they're giving halfway props to the founders of Los Angeles. Y'all do know Los Angeles was founded by black folks. A lot of folks don't know that. And we talk about that a lot in Hidden Colors. Los Angeles was founded by black folks. And they halfway admit it now. The documents are there, but they halfway admit it. And there's a plaque downtown LA where we break it all down in Hidden Colors 3. Oh yeah, a lot of folks don't even know that. Oh, we break all that down in Hidden. That's why I can't wait till y'all see it. And there's a plaque downtown where they're commemorating the original families, but it's the only thing is just one little plaque. I mean, for all these other people, there's streets and buildings and all types of big parks named after all these people, and the people who actually founded the city, there's a plaque hidden downtown that don't even say their name, just says this. There's this family, 44 settlers, 26 of them had African ancestry. Man, so oh yeah, we break all there's a lot of cities that were founded by black folks. We break that down in Hidden Colors 3. Oh yeah. A lot of folks don't know that. A lot of cities founded by black folks around the country. We break that down. I can't wait till y'all, man, we going in. We're going in. And this is what I like to do. I like to collect, because reading it is one thing. I try to get as much proof, even if I can't put it on the screen, just when people want to second guess, we'll have all that proof ready. Oh yeah, but they keep a lot of that stuff so hidden. Oh yeah, George Frazier spitting that fire. Oh yeah, you got to have the facts straight. Oh yeah, there were black pirates that they don't talk about. Y'all look up this pirate. I wanted to have him in Hidden Colors 3, but we didn't have time. There was a pirate called Black Caesar that they never talk about. There's a pirate called, now there was a movie in the 70s called Black Caesar, but there was a pirate called Black Caesar who was down there in the Florida Keys fucking everybody's shit up. There's a dude named, and there's an island named after him. They called, it was called Black Caesar's Rock, but now I think they just call it Caesar's Rock. They took the black off because, again, they don't want you to know, who's who. William Wilberforce. But when I say they keep, like, old books from the 1800s, they tell more of the truth. But that was before black folks can read. See, the name of the game was really to not have black folks know this stuff. That was the name of the game. Oh, Black Caesar definitely existed. Who they say didn't? Black Caesar definitely existed. His shit is well documented. He was jacking everybody. Black Caesar was fucking folks up on them in them Florida Keys. They named an island after him. There was a lot of black pirates. I mean, that Black Caesar was just one of the most well known. There was a lot of black pirates. The truck turner rock, hilarious. You're just reading a lot of books, man. I read a lot of old books too. I read a lot of old books. That's the name of the game too. You got to get in some of them old books, man. Read some of them books from the 1800s. I get to the old school stuff. No, Black Caesar was from the coast of West Africa. Yeah, Black Caesar was from the coast of West Africa. What's up, Muse? To say knowledge is sexy? Yes, it is. Yeah, I told you there's some islands in the Florida Keys named after Black Caesar. A lot of folks don't know. Again, there's so much stuff hidden, man. There's so much stuff hidden. What's up, Shell Bell? How you doing, love? Yeah, a lot of folks don't know that California was named after black female Queen Califia, and we talked about that in Hidden Colors 1. We break that down, and that was because the Spain, they kept hearing about these African women over here, and that's why the California Native Americans, and we talked about this in Hidden Colors 1, when you see them, they look like African tribes. If you look at the original pictures of the California Native Americans, they literally look like African tribes. So is tonight going to be a history lesson? We're just talking about that now. What do you want to talk about, Jay De Niro? Sound like you want to get into some other stuff. What do you want to talk about, Jay? What's on your mind, Jay? Everybody, let's focus on Jay De Niro right now, because Jay De Niro, it's about Jay De Niro right now. Where you at, Jay? What's on your mind? Okay, well, Jay De Niro kept quiet now, so I guess this nigga just wanted some attention. Yeah, this nigga just wanted attention. Who say wanted to talk about Hotep cakes. What's up, Lady Moore? You coming to Cali? That's what's up. But yeah, like I said, man, they when they went back to Spain and started talking about the the women they saw over here, the same women who looked like the Moors, the same women who were in Africa, they looked exactly the same. I don't think we went too much into the Gullahs in Hidden Colors 3. I've always wanted to do something. It's just the time constraints, because the Gullahs were putting in a lot of work too. The Gullahs were putting in a lot of work, and they don't talk too much about the Gullahs. And the Gullahs, they brought them over from Africa, and I talked about this on here before. When the Gullahs, they took them to South Carolina, and the Gullahs became so thorough because they were left to their own devices, because the place over there in South Carolina where they were, it was like real swampy, because they had to grow rice over there, and the way the land was, it was like real swamplandish, a lot of swampland, and Europeans couldn't live over there, so they didn't have the European slave master beating on their ass all the time. So a lot of times those Gullahs and those Geechees were left to their own devices, and they retained a lot of their original language, so they were able to communicate with each other. So they let each other know when it was time to whoop ass and bounce. That's the thing. Y'all got to understand the reason why a lot of slave rebellions didn't pop off, because they got a lot of black folks from different tribes, and they couldn't really communicate with each other. and when they learn English, they were taught to be coons. So, but the Gullahs were able to retain a lot of their African spiritual systems, African language. So they gave each other the signal when it was time to rise up. That's why a lot of slave rebellions were on the islands like Jamaica and Cuba and all these other islands, because on the islands, you're not split up as much. Like over here in the States, if they sell you, they can sell you to a plantation. You're in Alabama, they sell you and take you to Texas somewhere. So you're stuck. Whereas if you're on an island, if they sell you, they can only sell you so far. Your ancestor, your grandparent, or your dad, or your mom, they're going to be on another side of the island, so you can get back in touch with them, or you can somehow communicate. You use your drums. They were communicating with them drums over in Haiti. That's the thing, because Haiti, they got on them drums. They started giving them signals so they could still communicate with each other. Even if you learned another language, when you heard them drums, you're like, oh shit, it's time to raise up then. That's why they stopped that drums. They stopped that. They like, oh, let's get these drums away from these niggas. Let's stop them from doing that damn voodoo. Because when that's what made the Haitians get busy. They start using them drum codes and that voodoo. They start praying. Everybody got on the same page spiritually. It was a wrap. When them Africans got on that same page spiritually, it was a wrap. They defeated Napoleon's army. Nobody could defeat Napoleon. They defeated Napoleon's army. That's how thorough they were. Your Jean-Jacques Dessalines, they were not nothing to play with, man. And that's why they've made voodoo seem like it's something evil. And again, we talk about that in Hidden Colors too. We talk about that. But again, for a long time in a lot of these islands and a lot of these plantations, they like, stop these niggas from playing drums. In Jamaica, y'all can't play the drums. If you play the drums, we whooping your ass. Don't play no drums. Capoeira, the karate dance. Again, so black folks had to learn how to disguise certain things. Capoeira down in Brazil. Because they would also come up with fighting styles, African fighting styles, and they would practice and they would pretend that they were dancing, but they were really practicing a form of martial arts. Yeah, those Maroons were no joke. Yeah, those Maroons were not a joke. That's what's up, Stacking Mackin. So you've been doing capoeira since high school? That's what's up. How do you feel about black people living abroad? Like living abroad where? Do you ask Joshua? You keep asking me the same thing. Do I have any advice on being an African American male becoming a real estate agent? Well, just do it and get money. Just do it. If that's what you want to do, do it. Just get your license, get your gear together, and be very professional. And please know what you're doing, because I hate when black folks try to do real estate and they clearly don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just know what you're doing. Know what you're doing. Be very thorough and be able to articulate every little detail. What's up, DC player? You've been in LA since Thursday. The city is fly. Yes, LA is beautiful. I love it in LA. Okay, Shell, you have my attention. Wait, what? Muse, now what you arguing with Shell for? What did Shell do, Muse? Y'all in here arguing? What's going on? Y'all cut that out. Muse, what's going on? What y'all arguing? We're not going to argue tonight. No. What y'all arguing about? The best way to deal with a racist manager based on comments you overheard from him? My thing is, because you can't go tell on him, it's his word against yours. Stack your money. How bad do you need the job? The White Resistance Handbook. What are they talking about? Claude Anderson is not in Hidden Colors 3. He's not. They got beef from UPA. Okay, y'all need to stop that and pull your titties out or something. What's up, Olmec? And don't forget, go to TariqElite.com to take advantage of the tax season Macish package available for 2 days only. 2 more days. Macish package, TariqElite.com. What's up, Robert Ford? What's your website called? It's called My Energy. I want to see what you got. Let me look at my brother's paintings. He does abstract paintings. I'm looking at your website right now, bruh. I'm looking at your gallery. Okay. Okay. I mean, you only got what? 5 paintings? Okay. Wait, no, I see what? 6. Okay, I see you got 6 paintings. All right. Do your thing, brother. It's like, look like it's the same thing in different colors. Okay. All right, brother. Well, good luck to you, man. I hope you get it popping, Robert. Look like you got the same 6 pictures in different colors, but it's cool. Yeah, Arlac, HiddenColorsFilm.com. No, Dr. Blair's not in Hidden Colors 3. But yeah, the thing is and that's another thing, with Justin Bieber, they're not going to run him through the ringer like they're doing Chris Brown. Got Chris Brown going in and out of court for probation violations. The Charlie Sheen was not only smacking up chicks, doing cocaine, running around with his dick out, just doing all types of ratchet shit. Is he on probation? Is Charlie Sheen on any? Now, he was on the internet doing crack and coked out on Ustream, right here on Ustream, acting a damn fool. And is this motherfucker on probation? What's up, Plano Man? I mean, Charlie Sheen was showing the hell out. This dude don't get that kind of Chris Brown probation. They've been dragging Chris Brown's probation like crazy. What's up, Miss VW? What's your website? SwankyB.com? What do you do on your website? Okay, I tried to click on it, and let me not click on y'all stuff while I'm doing my show, because you might send me to some booty hole porn site like that. Y'all remember that one girl who called up the show? The girl who was a hooker? And that girl was about that life. I forgot her name, but a few months ago, the girl who she called up to the show talking about, her life in the game, and she gave her website, and she was doing the damn thing. This girl had so many dicks in her mouth, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I'm like, God damn, you are in the game heavy. You want to look the way you grasping them dicks. You ain't trying to get out anytime soon. What's up, A1hiphop.com? Muse, y'all stop it. Y'all stop it, Muse. Have I ever had some female drama? I mean, all men have had some kind of drama with women, but you charge it to the game. Let's see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Oh, Tariq Elite. This is Jock from San Antonio.
What's up, Jock? How you doing, fam?
I'm doing good, man. I just had a quick comment for you, and I had a quick question. The first comment was you really helped me in terms of finding out how to really be a man.
Yes, sir.
I read your books, and I fit the profile of the mama's boy.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow.
Just reading your books and getting the game, I was able to step it up and really take a more leadership role in my life. So I wanted to tell you I appreciate you for that.
Much respect, man. Much respect.
And just had a question for you. Tonight I got a little bit of my player stripes because I had to put a girl on my car tonight.
Uh-oh. What'd she do?
Yeah.
What did she
Yeah,
do?
she was being disrespectful to me, man. We were heading to a place to go and see a live dance perform, and her whole tone with me in the car just kind of like switched. Like she tried to start checking me and raising her voice at me and cursing at me and stuff. So,
Yeah.
I said, all right, well, I'm going to turn around right now, and you can get the fuck out.
Exactly.
And she got out of the car, and then he said not to have the last word, but she slammed my door, so I rolled down the window and said, that's why I'm fucking other bitches too, and smashed off.
Now, how long were you dealing with her?
Oh, for about 2 years.
Oh, damn.
An off and on thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds like she got some other dude that then blew her head up a little bit, and now she thinks because she has options, she can start talking to dudes crazy to see what kind of reaction she's going to get from you. And it's about time to put her on timeout. So you did the right thing. You'll never tolerate no kind of disrespect like that. So you're going to be good, man. So thanks for the call, fam. Yes, indeed. My man did that. He got his player stripes. You're not a player till you put somebody out your car. At least once. You got to... Man, you're not a player until you put one of these slick mouth chicks out your car. Hey, let me take you back home. That's not being mean, because I talked about that on Twitter. They're like, oh, that's chauvinistic. No, if you're disrespectful, I'm turning around. I'm dropping your ass right back off home. That's what's up, Knowledge. That's what's up, Uptown Los. The number is 818-850-5404. That is the number, fam. What's up? Who's calling?
What's going on, King Flex?
What's up? Who the hell is this? Who is this, man? You sound like...
my bad. I was surprised I got on the phone, man. But
okay.
I just want to ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
What did you say to black people who allow white people to call them nigger? Like, let's say you have a white friend, real cool, not necessarily racist, but you allow them to say nigger. And sometimes, you got some white guys that have a relationship with a black guy like that. They'll call each other niggers and crackers and rednecks. What would you say to that particular relationship? Would you have a problem with that particular relationship?
Now, if white dudes around you saying nigger and all that stuff, man, people that I know wouldn't do that. If they do that, they know that you ain't gonna do nothing. They're real comfortable around you to even think about doing that. And they know it's disrespectful. They know why they're doing it, and they know what they're doing it for. They're doing it because a lot of these cats feel real bold right now. They know that black people are real pussified and black people are real scary. So now people can just be who they are and do what they wanted to do. And it's all about them respecting you as a man first. You dig? Because if you start saying crack of this and crack of that, they'll start getting uncomfortable. Trust me on that. You dig? So they know better. So holler at them about that. Just, say, hey, what do you mean by that? You dig? Get them to elaborate on it. You dig?
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
One more thing. Also, I went to go see the new Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised around the internet, all the fake nigga outrage all over the internet about Tyler Perry. And the movie was a great movie. There was no buck dancing Negro, and the movie was highly balanced because one of the white ladies was a stay-at-home mother.
Right.
And, I think the Latino woman was a stay-at-home mother. And the good thing about it, he didn't even throw the sisters under the bus. They were all working class black sisters in the movie.
Absolutely.
And I really liked the movie, but I'm surprised the movie was the lowest grossing opening ever. That's what pisses me off. You want to have a fake nigga outrage about Tyler Perry, that pissed me off right there with the people on the
There you go.
net.
I'm going to talk about that in a minute, man. But anyway, man, thank you for the call, family, all right?
All right. No problem, brother.
All right, peace.
Why
this brother sounds like Lenny Williams? This brother sounds like this. He sounds like Lenny Williams. He sounds like this. Don't he sound like this a little bit?
And the tears were running down my face.
His voice.
And my friend told me, he said, Lenny,
why
you
you
just ought to forget about it.
I
told my friend, I said, maybe you've never been in love like I've been in love.
My nigga sound just like that.
And maybe you've never felt the things that I felt.
His voice was real high and breathing and shit. I get lonely. But I saw the movie last night. It was an alright movie. I wasn't too impressed by it. It could have been better. But and again, I try to support all the Tyler stuff. But that movie would have been better, I think, as a TV movie. Yeah, but I saw it, and I don't know what the outrage is. You did? Who is this? Okay. Man. So let me talk to the ladies. Where you ladies at? I want some of y'all ladies to call up. 818-850-5404. What's up, family? Who's calling?
What's up, man? This is Kenny from Louisiana, man.
What's up, shawty?
What's up, man? Look, I'm the one that been ordering all your shirts from Louisiana you've been sending to.
The what now?
All the t-shirts, the No Justice t-shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I kind of wanted to give you a little story on that.
Hold on. Now, you did what? I don't know who you are again. Now, you did what with the t-shirts?
Now, look, my name is Kenny. I've been ordering a lot of t-shirts, the No Justice t-shirts from you.
Okay.
From Louisiana.
Oh, well, my office take them. A lot of them, I don't actually send them out myself. I got a staff who sends them out, so I don't know who. Right. So that's the thing. That's why I don't know who you are.
Okay. I mean, I'm sorry about that, fam.
Okay. So you're getting the shirts, and what's going on with the shirts?
Oh, the shirts are cool. It just I got the Maggie's package in December, right?
Okay.
I wore my shirt in January.
Okay.
And one of the old school partners I messed with, he seen the shirt, and he told his other homies about the shirt. So that's how I've been ordering a lot from it.
Oh, that's.
I just wanted to thank you for the props and everything on the shirt.
Hey, man, much respect to you, man. Thank you for supporting, man. I really appreciate that. I got to get down there to New Orleans and Louisiana to chop up game with the family, too.
Yeah.
Yes,
you
sir.
Really do. You
yes,
really
sir.
Do,
yes,
man.
sir.
You really do.
How the ladies down there treating y'all players, man?
Oh, yeah, it's going good, but there's a lot of tricking and stuff in New Orleans, bro. There's a lot of crazy stuff.
I can imagine.
Man, you need to come down and teach his brothers what's up.
Yes, indeed. Hey, man, thanks for the call, fam. Yes, indeed. Y'all got to go to TariqElite.com to get that gear. TariqElite.com, family. That's TariqElite.com. Let me hear from some of these ladies out here. What's up? Who's calling? Hello? It's always one motherfucker with a raggedy ass prepaid. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, player?
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing, Flex?
I'm good. I'm good. Who is this? What's your name? Where you from, pimpin'?
It's Strike Jones, man. From Seattle, but I'm not staying in Miami right now.
What you doing in Miami?
I go to school here.
Did you call? Have you called up to the show before?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah.
Because I remember somebody being from Seattle, but they're living in Miami. When was the last time you've been back to Seattle?
I was there in December.
How's everything going to Seattle? I haven't been to Seattle in like 24 years. It's been about 24 years.
It's a lot better now from what I heard because of the whole Seahawks win and all that, Okay. A lot better.
Oh, the police ran me out of Seattle. I got to tell that story one day on the show. It's a real deep story. But the police literally ran me out of Seattle a long time ago. That's why I haven't been back since. But I got to talk about that on the show one day. But what's on your mind? What's happening with you?
Okay, man, now, I've only dated Spanish chicks. I mean, I've dated some black girls. Black girls don't really fuck with me at all. Like, it's just this inherent, like, oh, this nigga is, like, calling you, like, Carlton kind of thing. Even though, like, they love my swag, but they hate, like, the way I talk and shit like that, or just my whole, like, demeanor and shit, right?
Yeah.
But then I can pull white girls and Spanish girls all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's kind of interesting how a lot of Spanish girls in Miami, they have this whole, they kind of buy into, like, systematic white supremacy. A lot of them, they have that inherent belief that, like, you see a lot of ghetto brothers in Miami.
Yeah.
And so it kind of like put us all in the same box in a sense.
Right.
Even if like the Neat brothers are not quite like that, they kind of so for some reason these friends and their family. I remember you mentioned this before due to the whole racial bias towards whites and the racial disdain towards blacks, a lot of them have that mentality in Miami.
Right.
So I thought that Miami was more of a melting pot, but it's really not.
No, the thing is with the women, man, let me tell you something. You know, with the women, they always taught if they date interracially, it's all about dating up. It's all about dating up. So if they date a brother, the Spanish chicks go after the rappers and the ball players. They go after them real heavy. Or if you look like you're a brother with some paper, the Spanish women will come at you real hard down there with extra super duper cooperation. I've been to Miami. I did a lecture down there. It was some Spanish chicks that like pulled me and the homies over. Like, hey, what's going? Where y'all going? Because it's like if you look like you got something popping, that's when they're real cooperative. But if you're a brother that's just kind of struggling or doing whatever, they look at you like they're almost doing you a favor by talking to you. Because again, they're programmed to so-called socially date up. Because their families probably came from Cuba or some shit where they were living in a damn studio house, raggedy as hell. So they're going to come over here and try to get the best deal popping. You dig? So, and I get that. And I get that. But again, there's some females out there who are Spanish chicks with you got a cool mouthpiece, you can rock with them.
But hold on, I don't need to cut you off, but there's some Spanish chicks that don't date no brothers at all out here that I've noticed.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. They're trying to come up. That's that mail order bride shit. That's those chicks who motherfuckers go down to Colombia and Brazil and wipe them up to give them a green card. So that's the game. I get it. I ain't tripping on that. You trying to catch the best trick possible. All right, and I ain't mad at you. I respect the game. That's all that is. They're trick catching. They're catching tricks, just like some Asian females. A lot of Asian females, they go for the best trick they can get to get the most that they can get. So don't even trip on that. Get with the females who down with the good cooperation. They got their shit together. They want to do with some good conversation. Those are the women you're looking for. But don't be the kind of dude who's just looking for a Spanish chick just to have a Spanish chick, because it ain't.
Oh, that's definitely not me. It just kind of happened like that.
Right.
Because like I said, a lot of sisters don't fuck with me, bro. It's crazy. I don't know what it is. I guess just because I say if I can go girls or some shit around here, I guess. I don't know.
Start getting your shit real crisp. See, that's why I always focus on getting yourself together. When you get yourself together, man, the cooperation will be there. You get your shit together, get my Cooperate shirt and look at it and wear it every day and look at yourself in the mirror and say, that's what I want to get, cooperation. How do I get cooperation? Getting my shit together. How do I get my shit together? Right. Get confidence in myself and have goals and have a purpose. Word. That's how you're going to get your shit together. Thanks for the call, fam.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. What's going on, fam? I put my daughter in acting classes out here. I'm giving my daughter, she wanted to do acting classes, and I'm getting her in that. And hopefully, she likes it so far. I hate that because where I live, she's like the only black girl in the class. Hold on. Yeah, and that's my thing. And the people are real cool, by the way. The people are real cool. But a lot of times when, you get black kids and they're isolated, you know what I'm saying? When the black kids go somewhere and they're isolated, it's a culture shock to a certain degree. I don't like when kids are isolated, then they feel like they have to give up on their own culture or negate their own culture in order to fit in. You understand what I'm saying? The number is 818-850-5404. That's the number. You know who's a fine Spanish chick? Because I'll give you props if you fly. The chick, speaking of that Tyler Perry movie, the Spanish chick in the Tyler Perry movie, what the fuck is her name? I can't think of her name. I think it starts with a G or something, but the chick in the Tyler Perry movie, I think she was dating the dude in real life, the Channing Tatum dude. I think she was dating him in real life. But that's a fine fucking chick. I give you props where props are due. That's a fine motherfucker. They did good casting her. She's from Colombia. They're basically mulattoes, but she's fine as hell. I give her props. And Nia Long was fine in the motherfucker too. Nia Long looked great. That chick is fine. Not Rosario. This nigga said Rosario Dawson. Nigga. No, Piano Man. Not Rosario Dawson. I'm talking about the chick who was in the not Sophie Vergara. No. No, the new Tyler Perry movie. The new Tyler Perry movie. The new one. Sophia Vergara is not Sophia. He puts her in a lot of his movies. But it's not the same chick. It's Zule Herneo. That's her name. Thank you, Jason. Goddamn, these niggas naming every Charo. They naming every. Is it Jennifer Lopez? Y'all just naming random Latina chicks. These niggas just naming random. Zoe Saldana. No, that's her name. Zule Herneo. That's her name. Very fine. Very nice looking chick. Very nice looking chick. Oh, I heard that Lil Bootsy. Nigga said Lisa. That Lisa. Man. Yeah, she's fine. Ava Mendez is fine too. I give you your props. I give you your props. Uptown. Why do you keep saying you need to talk to me? You keep repeating that over and over again, Uptown. What do you need to talk about? Dora the Explorer. Uptown. Okay, this nigga keeps repeating the same thing. The coon train is here.
Coon train is coming. Coon train is coming.
What about black on black crime?
Coon train is coming.
Where's the white women at?
The coon.
All white people ain't bad. We is our own worst enemy.
The coon train is coming. When it gets a certain time of night, the coons start rolling in. Man. The coons start rolling in. Now the coon train is here. What does this nigga want, man? You keep repeating the same shit over and over. I keep asking the dude, what's on your mind? He keeps saying he has something to say it. And that's why, look, I gotta put the Coon Train video because like people keep asking about the Coon Train song. They want to hear it on YouTube. I need somebody who can make animated GIFs. I need somebody who can do Photoshop and GIFs. Hit me up at kflex4life@yahoo.com. That's my email. Hit me at kflex4life@yahoo.com. And let me know, man, if y'all can do some GIFs because I want to do a video, put it on Ustream. I mean, put it on YouTube. I want to have a Coon Train line, and I want to put it on YouTube. So we gotta somebody if you can do Photoshop and you can put faces on animated GIFs and all that stuff. Hit me, man. Y'all hit me tonight so I can get this thing popping. Who is this? Yes, indeed. I think I'm going to make the Coon Train song available for a ringtone. I know I am. He's one of them I'm going to put on there. I'm going to have a Coon Train line, and we're going to have Pastor Manning dancing down the Coon Train line. We're going to have like Larry Elder dancing down the Coon Train line. I need somebody, man. Hit me up so we can get this thing popping. So we can get some... Oh, man. We get the Coon Train line popping. You know, the video of the dude dancing at the audition, I gotta find that video. I'm gonna find that video. Somebody email and remind me. I'm gonna get that video of the dude dancing our commercial. I gotta get that. This dude was horrible. This dude was so horrible. Speaking of Mexican cat, the other day I was driving. I hit a Mexican dude who riding on a bike the other day. I hit a Mexican dude on a bike. I was coming out of Walgreens, the parking lot, and I'm looking for traffic. Then I try to make a right, and like boom, hit this Mexican dude on a bike. I hit him. Now he was riding against the traffic, so I didn't see him. I mean, he was riding the wrong way. He was riding the wrong way. And he must have been high because I hit him. Yeah, I'm snitching on myself. Yeah, I hit him, but he was riding the wrong way. And I don't know if I should say this because every Mexican dude who got hit might come out and say, it was Mr. Nasheed who did it, Yeah, I hit this dude. He jumped up. It's your fault. It is your fault. I said, "What, dude? It's not my fault, man. What the?" He wasn't hurt. I said, "Player, well, you riding the wrong way." You did it. I said, "Man, you were riding the wrong way." You did it. He kept yelling, "You did it." No, motherfucker, what you mean I did it? You did it. You did it. Like, you ain't about to come up, dude. I mean, you were riding the wrong way, motherfucker. Yeah, he might try to sue, but he was riding in the wrong direction. He was all right. He jumped his ass back up. You did it! I said, man, you were riding the wrong way. Other people saw you riding the wrong way. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Then rolled back off, got back on his bike and rode on. Okay. All right. No, he got his ass up and I don't know if he was trying to get a little paper up out of me. I didn't know what he wanted. A lot of Mexicans out here, they try to come up off you if you hit them or bump into them. Because one time I was in Beverly Hills and I was coming out of a parking lot and I backed up. And I mean, I was backing up so slow and I hit this lady's bumper. I literally tapped her bumper because she was behind me. I didn't see her behind me. She was waiting to get my spot. And I tapped her bumper. Nigga, when I say her ass jumped at that car, grabbing her neck, ay patanda, whiplash. I said, get your ass back in the car. Get your ass. Andale. Like, get your ass back in the car. Ain't shit wrong with you, lady. My God. People be trying to get their little come up on. They be trying to come up in the game, man. Yeah, the Cesar Chavez movie. I want to see that one. Other women, they use feminism as a smokescreen, but why do women need a smokescreen for that these days? Well, good question. Good question. You say, so why do women need a smokescreen for that? Well, the thing is, that's the way to let them know that they're available, Dart. You understand, Dart? That's the way to let folks in the dominant society know that they're available. See, the feminist thing, that's almost like a code word. It's like, hey, instead of saying, hey, white man, I'm available for you, they say, hey, I'm a black feminist, and these black men are the problem. They know that those in the dominant society want to hear that. So they talk in codes. Just like a Republican, a black Republican. If you want to get on like Fox News, all you got to say is black people don't take responsibility. And when you start saying shit like that, then they'll say, hey, come on, get on our show. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of code words that they use. Uptown Los, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? This nigga just wants some attention. Okay, Los, I'm going to go ahead and ban you, brother. Because now you're just kind of trolling for attention. But I might be, again, I'm waiting on them to finalize the contract. I might be doing a lecture in Colorado at the University of Northern Colorado. That might be April 14th. I keep saying might because they haven't signed the contract yet. We've been going back and forth about stuff. And when they sign the contract, they're supposed to have it signed, who knows, sometime next week. We'll see. What's up, Cream? I don't divulge that. What you look like, Creamy EQ? Yes, because these days it's so popular to be a lesbian or date interracially. Asian women will date. Asian women will openly admit they date exclusively white. Yeah, because again, where they're from, if I've been to Asia before, it's like, hey, get the best trick you can get for your dollar. Get the best trick possible. And again, interracial dating, a lot of times black women are on the short end of the stick as far as the interracial dating. So in order for a lot of black women, I assume, and this is conjecture, to seem more desirable to those in the dominant society, they have to come across as if they're more willing to throw the rest of the black community under the bus. And it ain't just about black men. Again, black feminists don't like black women either. I've seen how they dealt with other black women who don't think like them. They're hell on them. So they don't like black women either. So they have to show, look, I'm not bringing this black culture with me, because that's the thing. Again, if you see a lot of times a black female dating interracially, she's the most culturally devoid of any blackness at all. I mean, there's nothing black there no more, for the most part. I mean, not talking about everybody, so there are certain exceptions. But when you see people, especially women, date interracially, they get to talking crazy. It's not that many black feminists. They're absolutely not. They're not. They're not at all. Very small group. But the thing is, because they make a lot of noise, a lot of people assume that they are the voice of a lot of black women, and they're not. What happens is that a lot of black women get punked out of disagreeing with them publicly. Because again, you're dealing with women. A lot of these black feminists are like dudes almost. A lot of them are big and studdish. So a lot of these women, they're like dudes. So they literally bully other women. They bully other women, and you can, if you're a regular sister, to say, hey, I don't agree with what the hell she's saying. All that anti-black male stuff, and I don't agree with that. All that you can have a whole bunch of kids and it's okay. No, I don't agree with that. If you publicly say that, they'll beat you up. Yeah, they get into the ad hominem attacks big time. Hey, what's up? Who's calling?
Hello? What's up, Tariq?
Hey, what's up? Who's this?
It's Tariq Jones again. One more thing, Sam. I'm going to need you for that drop, man, for the site pretty soon. My website pretty soon. Is that cool?
What's the name of the website?
IamStripeJones.com. It's going to launch, so you can check it out. You can go to the URL real fast and peek it out yourself. The site's up. The beats are going to be on it pretty soon. It's going to be crazy.
So what is it like? Were you rapping on there? You rapping, singing? What are you doing on the website?
No. I'm a producer. I'm a music producer. I work with a lot of different artists. Nino Brown from We the Best. Working with Sada Prince from Good Music. So we're just working right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I got one of your artists right here, one of your R&B artists that's on the website. Is this him in the studio right here? Hold on.
Go ahead, someone else. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead, free yourself. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead, free yourself. Said again and again, and I tried.
There you go. Now, what's up? Somebody said, can you post the writing of black women and anti that are explicitly, implicably anti-black male? Dude, go to Twitter. Or go to YouTube. Go to any black feminist site. All of it is anti-black male. All of it. Go to any black feminist site. Hell, show me one that ain't anti-black male. That's easy. I can show you all of them are anti-black male. Go to all of the sites. I'm not talking about the few black feminists who try to intellectualize and hide a lot of, like the bell hooks. They don't come right out and say it. They kind of reword the shit. Or what's the other lady's name? Black feminist thought. I can't think of her name. The chick who looks like Emmanuel Lewis. What's her name? I can't think of her name. I can't think of her name right now. But again, they intellectualize it and they just do a lot of double speak. But the majority of the black feminist website, all of that stuff goes back to the black man is the problem. All of them. It all boils down to that. blackurbanmedia.com. Okay, y'all throwing up all the websites. Oh yeah, Cola Booth. And a lot of black feminists love her. A lot of the black feminists love her. I don't know yet, Tucson, when I'm going to do a lecture out here, but I'll keep you posted on that. You call it a Jolly Rancher face. Why isn't Hidden Colors 1 on Black Network to get your message and knowledge out? What black network? Mr. Beaster? What black network would that be, sir? I would like to hear this. Please, Mr. Beaster, tell me what black network are you referring to, sir? He said, why isn't Hidden Colors 1 on a black network to get the message and the knowledge out? What network would that be? I know he said a black guy. I want to know if I'm waiting on him to respond because I'm almost thinking he's trolling to say some shit like that. And he got real quiet too. So yeah, I think you were just probably just saying stuff to get attention. Oprah's network is not quite black owned. I think it's owned by Discovery. It's like some kind of side deal from what I understand. There is no black network. We don't have no black owned network, dude. There's no black owned network. That was funny. Yeah, she don't own that. He said Revolt TV. Okay. And ain't that owned by Comcast? And again, that's just getting off the ground. Yeah, so there are no black networks, bruh. And that's the thing. We knew that going in. There are no black-owned networks, bruh. So we knew that going in. So we weren't even tripping on that. See, that's the thing. When you create something and you do something, you got to know the strengths and the weaknesses. We already knew that going in, a lot of mainstream media or networks, they're not going to really promote or try to get down with a Hidden Colors type film, a film that's teaching real African history or the history of the real hidden history of black people. So why would they? Now, if they were down, that's fine. You're not trolling, you're watching on your iPhone. And Diddy just got one, but Diddy, his network, he just got it. Okay, you just said he just got it, and from what I understand now, they're just basically showing music videos and stuff like that. So they're still getting their legs right now. And Hidden Colors out was out before that. So we haven't really politicked with them, and I don't think they're reaching large numbers yet. And I'm not even sure if they own that all the way. It's owned by Comcast, from what I understand. You got to understand this: Comcast, they're giving people these little side deals. They own it, but it's like some kind of little side deal where the black person don't really own it. So there are no black owned net. We need them, but again, we knew that going in, and we made Hidden Colors successful in spite of that, because Hidden Colors is still, despite the fact that it has not gotten any kind of mainstream attention from the mainstream media outlets. On a grassroots level, everybody's talking about it, and it's outselling a lot of stuff that's on mainstream television. Like Hidden Colors outsells all that stuff from the History Channel. That's major. The History Channel, remember, they 24 hours a day putting their stuff on television. And for like the first few months Hidden Colors was out, it was outselling that stuff. It was outselling all of that stuff on the History Channel. Yeah, Revolt is basically a music video channel. So we knew that going in. So we knew that we were going to have to hit the grassroots and do it on a grassroots level. Now, there's some black people who don't really fuck with anything grassroots. That's on you. If everything you get is from television 24 hours a day, you're not going to be that damn bright. That's a reality. If you just sit up and watch everything on television and the only information you get is from television, the information is going to be useless to you. You got to know how to get other information without having it fed to you. Most of the stuff that's being fed to you is not going to be conducive to your learning and to your overcoming oppression to a certain degree. So we knew we had to go grassroots, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, TV One is owned by NBC Comcast now. I will go on Arsenio. Yeah, I would love to go on Arsenio, by the way. I love Arsenio's show. And I'm cool with the people that own, by the way. I was going to do a television show with OWN. Because I met up with some people there. They wanted to meet up with me, and we were chopping up game about putting together a show. And we ended up doing a development deal, which is still active with another network, because our demographic is younger. We had a younger demographic. And, I would still like to do some stuff with OWN later on down the line. There were real good people up there, real good people I met at OWN. And Oprah's camp, real good folks. Real good people up there. But again, these shows or networks aren't really trying to promote Hidden Colors. They're not trying to do that, which is cool. We got to stop depending on that. We got to get back to the grassroots grind, which is cool. I have no problem with that. That just makes us hit that grassroots harder. Y'all remember, man, do you really think they're going to promote a Hidden Colors film and promote 12 Years a Slave and The Butler and The Help? That's what they promote, that 24 hours a day. So they're promoting Lupita and Slave and Slave all day, every day. And Hidden Colors counters all of that. it counters everything that's about. So there would be a conflict of interest there. Bounce TV, I don't know. Some people from Bounce TV hit me up before, but they're not really out there like that. Yeah, Bounce TV is very limited to a certain degree. And I think somebody from Bounce hit me up before, but I don't know. I don't know too much about them. They're not really out there like that. But again, that's why, man, we have the means to communicate with each other and get stuff out there. Well, we are heavy up in here tonight. You know what? I saw a movie. I only saw the beginning of it. There was a movie on Netflix about, what's the name of this movie? It was about this white boy who wanted to be black. I don't know if y'all seen this movie. What in the movie was filmed in 2013, but the movie was supposed to take place sometime in the 90s. And I cannot think of the name of this movie. I only watched a little bit of it. And it was this white kid. He was going to this black school. And it's supposed to be like a dark comedy. It's this dark comedy. And I think he gets on the basketball team so he can be down. No, it's not White Boys. I know that movie. I've seen White Boys. It's not The Whackness. Oh, man, what's the name of that movie? Let me text Peanut. Not Zebrahead. No, the movie is new. Y'all just naming every movie. The movie is new. It's the new. I hate asking some of y'all niggas something. Because y'all just start naming every movie. Let me ask Peanut. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What was it? Milkshake? Oh, I think it's Milkshake. I think that's it. I think it was Milkshake. I think it was Milkshake, McDiddy. I think that's your name. Yeah, it was I think it was the Milkshake movie. No, it wasn't American History. It was the Milkshake movie. I think that was it. The Milkshake joint. That's it. It was Milkshake. It was Milkshake. And how is House of Cards? I keep hearing about House of Cards. Is House of Cards good? I might start watching that tonight. I keep hearing good things about House of Cards. I gotta check that out. I keep hearing a lot of good stuff about that. But anyway, the movie is called American Milkshake. And I only saw the beginning of it because I'm like, okay, I don't know what they talking about. So it's clearly some white cat directed the movie. It's about a white kid who wants to act black, and he's going to this black school, and it was some real weird, it's a dark comedy. It was he's messing with this chick. He's like, yeah, this is my girlfriend. It was a black girl he was messing with. Yeah, we've been fucking for such a long time or whatever. He was supposed to be tutoring her because she was failing in school. He was fucking her, but she was already pregnant by some other dude. But he didn't care anyway because he thought that was gangster. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. Boy, they just really going to town. I mean, that was the premise. He was fucking this black girl who was pregnant by some other nigga. And I'm like, okay. Man, I can't wait to Hidden Colors 3. When I see shit like that, I'm like, I just can't wait to Hidden Colors 3 come out. I just cannot wait. I mean, they were throwing all the cliches out there. Yeah, I stopped right there. When it started like that, that was the initial premise. I said, okay, I don't even want to know where this shit is going. I don't even want to know where this bullshit is going. Let me just stop. They're already starting off with stupid ass stereotypes. I'm just a broke light skinned nigga. That's what he meant. He tried to flip it. So, House of Cards is amazing. So, what's the premise of House of Cards? What's the actual premise of it? Because I keep hearing good things about it. And is that one of those Netflix original shows? Because another show that was good on Netflix was the chick with the women in prison. That was a good show, and I think they're coming back with another season later on down the line. So I'm gonna take y'all word for it. I'm gonna check out House of Cards tonight. Sometimes y'all give good recommendations. A lot of people for a long time they were recommending Breaking Bad, and that became one of my favorite shows. Okay, I'm gonna pop that in there tonight. I'm gonna watch it on Netflix. Orange is the New Black. Yeah, that's a good show. Orange is the New Black was a good show. Who just aspired to work hard. Okay. Black God, you haven't seen Breaking Bad? Go see, man. Start from the top. Start from the top. What's up, Too Deep? They got a Denmark VC statue in South Carolina? Well, we got the Hidden Colors DVDs in a lot of schools. A lot of schools are rocking that. The City of God. I haven't seen The City of God in a long time. I saw it a long time ago. I want to see it again. That was real good. The one about them in Brazil. What's up? You say, how do you deal with the hood rat supervisor? Go over her head. Don't deal with them hood rat supervisors. Go over her head. Find out who's her boss. She's not the boss. They put the hood rat supervisors there to keep you niggas in line. Go over her head. Bastards of the Party was good. I haven't seen Confederate States of America. I haven't seen that. The greatest rapper of all time? To me, it's a tie. It's a tie for me. It's Rakim and Nas. Rakim and Nas. The two best rappers of all time. Rakim and Nas. I tie them. And I put Rakim because Rakim was like 20 years ahead of its time. Let me have some of the ladies call up. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Tariq? This is Kadar calling from Columbus, Ohio.
What's up, fam? How you doing tonight, fam?
Great. I just want to say I appreciate what you do, man. I learned a lot from you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's on your mind?
Man, I went out this chick last weekend. She's a really good chick. I mean, as far as the look, she's just average. But she got PhD, so she really got shit together.
Right.
So we went out. I took her to this place. We ate. And we ended up in the club, you know, we was making out and everything. And then she texted me the other day. She basically asked me a second date. I said, yeah. But I said, this time I want you to cook for me. And she's like, oh, no, it's too soon for me to cook for you. And I didn't respond. So I was wondering, should I say maybe it's too soon for a second date and charge her to the game, or should I just give her a chance?
Now, why did she say she wouldn't cook for you?
She basically gonna say it's too soon for me to cook for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go out and look. Maybe like we don't know each other that much yet. So I don't feel basically that's what, but she just said it's too soon for me to cook for you.
Oh, well, shit. You got to stand by that. You should have been like, hey, it's never too soon. I mean, back in the day, women would introduce themselves by cooking for dudes if we're going to go the old-fashioned route. And I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. You should have put that game on her. Now,
no, I didn't respond. I didn't say nothing. So I was actually going, I got mad. I said, look, I was going to say maybe it's too soon for a second date too. And then just like, don't even say nothing. But then I said, you know what? Maybe she, you know, she's an educated woman. Maybe she wants to have that little time. But then again,
Let's pause for a minute. Let's pause. Let's unpack that for a minute because you mentioned this woman's PhD. You talked about she's educated, and what does she do for a living?
She's doing research, so she's some like science research where she goes around. Like she was actually in California last weekend, and then she was doing some research. So she kind of moves around and travels around.
So she's doing research. Research on what?
On science. I didn't ask too much about it, but she do some science work. They do some studies and do some research on some kind of science stuff.
Okay, that sounds real vague. Now, how old is this chick?
She's about 27.
Okay, she does all this research. Have you been to her house, or has she? How's she living?
I mean, I seen her house when we went out. I walked into her house, so she just moved. She just moved from Texas, Dallas, and she moved in here. I mean, her house is fine. She still got a lot of stuff to unpack, but I mean, the way she was living, she seemed like she was a really good woman.
And you say she's not that way. You said she's not really that fly. She's like real average. So I'm assuming.
Right. She not fly. I'm not gonna lie. She's not fly.
She's overweight, right?
Oh no, she's thin, man. She like what? She really is skinny. She's towards like more skinny girl. She's not.
Oh, that's bad when they skin. Because see, a lot of times when a chick, she might be overweight, and you be like, okay, she's just not up to par. But if she lose that weight, she's fly. But if you're a skinny motherfucker and you average, that's a hard ugly right there. I mean, what's wrong with her? Is her face strong, or she got a crooked knee? What's wrong with her?
Yeah, but the face is I mean, she really don't have. I don't know if she gained weight. She might look different, but she don't really have a lot of ass, and I'm an ass man. And she's black, but she don't got a lot of ass.
I told y'all about them flat ass sisters. Number one, you don't trust them because now I don't believe nothing she's telling you about her doing research. That motherfucker might be selling that narcotic with that flat ass. And just telling you some bullshit about she's a research scientist and all this old vague bullshit. She might be snuggling kilos of cocaine under that flat ass at the airport. You dig what I'm saying? So I would watch my back around her. As a matter of fact, is this her right here? Hold on.
You push me far, you brought me to it. You've had my heart, but
yes, indeed. Hey, but keep it Mackish, man. Keep it. Look. This.
I just say, listen, man. If you ain't cooking, then I'm with it. What's up?
First of all, I wouldn't want her ugly ass in my kitchen anyway. If she's ugly with no ass, I wouldn't want her in my kitchen, and she would have to give me 110% cooperation. I would say charge her to the game and get a female who's up to a certain level, or get your shit together so you can attract females who are up to a certain level. Because if you know this chick is like real average and not really that popping, that says a lot about you. So you got to get your shit together so you can get a female that you're at least comfortable with, who's worth waiting on having some kind of sexual relationship with. You feel me?
I feel you, man.
There you go. There you go, man. Thanks for the call, fam. Yes, indeed. Y'all got these average women niggas are cupcaking for. Get it together. Get it together. I want some of the ladies to call up. The number is 818. Ladies only, as a matter of fact. 818-850-5404. Y'all know how I am about them women with them flat asses. I don't like them. A black woman with a flat ass, I don't trust them. You say you doubt if he's much of a looker himself. Well, you can be an ugly motherfucker if your mouthpiece is Chris. Just get your mouthpiece, Chris. Are you the one? I haven't seen that, I don't think. What's up, 2D? Well, I'm going to have some of the ladies call up. And where's the Denmark Vesey statue? I want to hear about that. Call up, 2D. The number is 818-850-5404. I want to hear about that because I'm a big fan of Denmark Vesey. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, I've been trying to get through. This is Lexi from Brooklyn.
Hey, Lexi from Brooklyn. How are you, sweetie?
I'm fine. How's everything with you?
I am good. So have you called up before, Lexi?
No, this is the first time.
Oh, okay. Now, how old are you, Lexi?
23. Lexi with a V.
Vexy. Okay, Vexy. Would it be? What's that short for? Vexarina. What's that short for?
No, it's a family name. When I was young, everybody used to say I used to look angry all the time. My family's from the Caribbean.
Oh, okay. What are they from? Like Barbados, Trinidad?
Grenada.
Oh, Grenada. Okay. Now, what do you look like, Vexy?
Oh, 5'5".
Yes.
Average, I'd say.
5'5".
Brown skin.
Brown skin. How much you weigh?
140.
Okay, you're nice and thick. Nice and thick. That 140 can go either way. Though that can be ass or that can be stomach. So.
Nah, no stomach, but I'm not a titty person. It's all lower body.
Okay, itty bitty titty committee. I feel that. Okay, as long as
right.
Yeah, long as we got ass to balance it. That's all it is. That's all we need. So what's on your mind, Vexy?
I had a question, and I don't want you to feel I'm a real person, and this is a serious question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What advice would you give to a woman who's trying to get back in the game, not in that game, and okay, pretty much what I'm saying is, before, like a few years back, I was kind of, I don't know the word, I was managing a couple of girls in the escort business.
Right. You were a little madam.
So,
right, you were doing the madam thing.
Right. So I wanted to know, now I want to do something on my own, and I have 3 prospects.
Okay.
And what advice would you give to a woman trying to be in charge of other women? Because I felt like it might be easier, because when I was doing it before, it was with a guy.
Right.
But I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay, so you want to do it on your own. Okay.
Right.
Well, the thing is this. With the dudes, it's easier for dudes to manage females because the thing is
That's what I thought too.
Right. And with women, there's always that lack of trust there because in the back of women's minds, she's going to be like, why is she giving me these tricks? Because if it's a good trick, she go catch that trick her damn self. Women are always thinking that in the back of their mind, which is usually the case, by the way, because a lot of times when women in the game are managing other girls, what they do, they give them the throwaway tricks and they take the good tricks for themselves. So they give women.
I had a girl try that was that about 3 years ago and put herself in a fucked up situation in the Bronx.
Yep.
Ended up getting robbed. Exactly. Her friend trying to be slick, and who did they call trying to fix that?
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Yeah, they people start calling around when they start renegading until they get caught up, and then they want to get some instructions. So again, that's why the game is real trippy right now. And plus, you got a lot of chicks out here lowballing, renegading. So the game is real convoluted right now. So I would say to you, to not get in the game, but if you are going to get in the game, go in with an exit strategy because the game gets very addictive. I grew up around a lot of these guys and a lot of these players. So you go in the game with an exit strategy saying, okay, at this amount of time for this, I'm going to get such and such dollars. I'm going to play the game this way, play it by the book so I can flip my money and get up out the game. Be very clear and be very focused on why you're getting in the game and what you're going to do to get out of it. Because right now in the game, and I always try to steer people away from it, you got too many informants in the game. You got dudes out here who's supposed to be PIs who are straight informants right now. A lot of folks don't know that. Right. Niggas out here working with the cops, telling on folks. The madams, they've always been informants. Always. About 60% of the chicks who are madams who've been in the game for 2 years or longer, their asses are informants. Heidi Fleiss was an informant. She worked for another informant named Madam Alex out here in LA. So the informant game is real big. So you got to be very careful about people getting into your business, motherfuckers snitching on you, girls trying to dip out on little money they get for you, because that's another thing. When you're trying to manage girls, they say, okay, well, she's another chick. She ain't going to whoop my ass, so I can kind of get away with dipping on this little money. You dig what I'm saying? So you got to watch out for that shit. So it's a lot of copping and blowing. So a lot of stuff you got to watch out for, but you got to be focused and, again, have an exit strategy at least. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. And be careful. Again, try to avoid it if possible, because the game is not like it was a couple of years ago, and it's just not the same. You got a bunch of people getting in the game now who really have no idea what they're doing. You got a lot of niggas who's supposed to be pimping don't know what the fuck they're doing. You got a lot of chicks whose boyfriends they're teaching half-ass game to, so he's doing some half-ass pimping, and all this half-ass pimping is being dropped on everybody else. It's just real raggedy right now. So you gotta be.
I knew one firsthand who didn't really know what he was doing, and we had to step in and kind of, fix that for him.
Yeah.
We had a girl that we had to set straight. Set her outside, no clothes on, let her learn a lesson real quick.
Yeah.
Put hands on her real quick. Like little stuff like that. But I completely understand what
Yeah, you got the old cupcaking ass pimps. These girls know that women can feel a dude's weakness all day. When they see a dude got some weak pimping going on, they rub a little pussy in that nigga's face and tell him some little sweet shit. And, hey, daddy, I miss you, daddy. I do anything for you, daddy. And niggas eat that up, and then they start mispimping out here. So the game is real raggedy. So
I have one more question for you.
Go ahead, sweetie.
What do you think is the best way as a female to discipline another female in that sense?
Well, the thing is, for a female to discipline another female, because back in the day, the girls I knew, because I knew some real hardcore madams out here who would just really beat motherfuckers down. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to have, because right now you got all types of, assault laws and all that shit. So the best way to discipline is to show them you have other options, that they can easily be charged. That keeps motherfuckers on their toes, knowing that their asses can be charged to the game very quickly. Showing them that and letting them know that you really don't need them and somebody can take their slot very easily. So that's why if you're managing girls, you need to have a whole bunch and they got to be competing for that slot that they're in. You understand? So it's more of a militaristic type of thing where you ain't got to beat a motherfucker down. You just got to let them know that they can be replaced very easily. So that usually keeps folks in line, and also putting them on timeout too. Like if you got to be the kind of female to say, okay, look, are you fucking up this money? Let me just let you slide for a week or so, and then holler at me when you're serious, and just going about your business like that. You feel me? Because when you start having to beat on motherfuckers, you're showing too much of an emotional attachment. You dig? And women pick up on that. And any kind of emotional attachment makes you seem needy. You got it? So you never want to seem needy. It's a lot of deep shit there. But hit me up, email me. We'll chop up game about that. I want to see what you look like too. I want to see what's going on. You got a website? What's your website?
No. Okay. See, this is another reason why I had like an issue, because the reason why before it was working, but I had one who was questioning because I've never been in that game. I came in on it as an enforcer at first.
Right.
And then I seen it for what it was. So people, that there was one girl who was iffy about actually listening to me because I've never been it.
Right.
Which is a problem that I think about constantly before I get back into it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So
I don't have the site.
Okay.
I don't have anything of that nature. No.
So
I've never done that.
So you've never actually worked in the game. You just kind of was around the dudes who was in the game, right?
Right. I was brought in to do the other work for them.
No, okay. So do you mess with chicks? Is that it? What's the deal?
No. Okay. At the time, this is when they were running it from a house.
Right.
And me and another girl, we were brought in to pretty much, because they had them all living there, they were housing them. We were there to make sure that the people were leaving the time they're supposed to be leaving. We were making sure that they weren't taking extra people. We were keeping tabs on them. We were pushing them and getting physical when needed.
So, you were just doing you were doing security, baby. You were really doing security.
Right.
Yeah, you were doing security for the most part. Right.
And I got my little, right. So I was, and it wasn't that hard.
It wasn't that hard at all. But the game,
we were helping him out in that sense. But I just don't know if, based on me not doing it physically, like I haven't, sold myself. So I'm not sure, the best way to get back into that.
Right. But the thing is, when you're a woman in the game, there has to be a reason for the female to get down with another woman. You dig? Why is she going to listen to another woman who hasn't been in the game? Really, women get in the game and they partner up with people, not because of business. The game, when men and women get together in the game, it has zero to do with business. It's all about the relationship. It's all about the relationship between the person running a stable and the girls. You're trying to look at it from a business perspective, and you can do it from a business perspective. But again, that level of respect won't be there because that relationship won't be there because, again, those girls are going to be in relationships with other people, and whatever they're putting in her brain, that's what's going to go. You feel me?
Right.
So that's the thing. That's why if you got a damn stable, everybody has to be on your page. You dig what I'm saying? So I
And
gotta
that's
have.
why I was really small with it. I only had three. We kind of already knew each other. Two were from the last place, so they kind of already used to me, and they were, pretty respectful with how they were handling it. It's just one do one, and I'm not really sure as of yet, but it's
Right.
just three. I wasn't trying to get too crazy with the numbers. I want to see how that would work out first. You know what
Word.
I'm saying?
I feel you on that. But yeah, we'll chop up game. I got to get my man Rosebud back on the show to drop some more of that ism. But yeah, I want to see what you look like. Email me your photo. Let me see what you look like and see what's popping with you. All right, man. Thank you for the call. Yeah, I got it. I got to get some of my players to get on the show. One of my player partners emailed me the other day. I got some thorough player partners. They lace me. That's why I know all this shit. They lace me with the game. I hung around these dudes all the time, so I see how the game rolls. Girls like that, oh, my dudes, they look down on women in the game like that. See, with her, the girl who called up, if she's trying to be in the game and she don't quite know what she's doing, the minute she set them girls down somewhere, some real players will scoop them chicks up so fast. They will scoop them chicks up so fast, it's ridiculous. Did somebody say, why am I down with the game? No, I'm just relaying messages. I'm just telling you the rules. Not that I'm down with anything. I'm just telling y'all the rules that I've seen. Yeah, I'm just giving y'all the rules. I've been around it, so I know. I soak all that stuff in, and I understand the rules of the game. And most people don't understand the game. The average person they don't understand the game. You dig? That's why I learned about everything. I learned the ins and outs of everything as much as I can. There was a story that came out about these PIs, these pimps and hoes, and they did some interview with them, and they were breaking the game down. And what's that show? The TYT show, whatever. There was these white people. They were talking about the pimps, and they were just kind of making jokes. Well, these pimps, they feel like they're the victims. Oh my God. Whenever most black people, square black folks, they look down on the pimp game because white people look down on it. That's the only reason. Understand, back in the day, the pimp game was very well respected. Back in the day, before the 70s, the pimp game was very, very well respected because, they kind of took care of a lot of folks in the neighborhood. And it wasn't just people getting beat up and all that. There was like back in the 40s and 50s, there was a suave type of thing to it. There was a suaveness to it. And during the 70s, when they started making the blaxploitation movies, and remember, a lot of those blaxploitation movies, there were white producers making those movies, and they were putting their own stereotypes in there. So they made the pimping look real clownish and all that. So when white people or people in the dominant society, when they started to talk about the game, they talked about it from their stereotypical perspective. So a lot of black folks wanting to be down with the dominant society, they started to regurgitate a lot of that stuff too. And the fact that a lot of people in the dominant society don't understand the game, that's a good thing. That's a good thing that they don't understand the game. Nobody said it was, Black. Nobody said it was. Didn't say it was. I'm just telling you, a lot of stuff wasn't so-called positive, but it was respected to a certain degree. Running numbers wasn't really positive. It was illegal, but people respected it because it helped a lot of folks in the community. You understand what I'm saying? So the shit still went on. And a lot of folks hate to talk about it now. Back in the day, especially during the Great Depression and even during Reconstruction in many of the northern cities, it was the hoe houses that were making all the money in these black areas, these black red light districts around the country. So that's a hidden history that a lot of folks don't like to talk about. But again, a lot of people start looking at it negatively because those in the dominant society looked at it negatively. And they only looked at it negatively when they found out black folks was making all that money. You have the Young Turks, they were kind of making jokes and all this stuff. And it's good that they don't understand it. It's the fact that they don't get it is fine. Because when they start getting it, then the game will be infiltrated. The game will be infiltrated. So that's why other people, when they don't understand the game, that's absolutely fine. They don't need to understand it. Yeah, Richard Pryor grew up in a whole house. Yeah, Richard Pryor grew up in a whole, and that was common back then. We just don't like to talk about that, though. But that was very common back then. Lady, that's not him, lady. That's somebody faking. That's not him. What I think about that missing airplane. And by the way, that's not Jason Black, by the way. Y'all, please don't fall for that. But yeah, right now the game is real raggedy because you got a lot of dudes who are straight snitching. You got dudes out here supposed to be pimping and straight up informants right now. So that's why I always say folks need to stay away from the game. I don't do the whole morality thing. That's like selling weed 2 years ago would be immoral. Now it's perfectly legal. So now it ain't immoral no more. So morality goes one way or another based on the law. You understand what I'm saying? Morality goes one way or the other based on what law there is. Yeah, that plane. You read Iceberg Slim. And that's another thing. A lot of people got all their information about pimping from Iceberg Slim. And I've always said over and over again, Iceberg Slim was not a good pimp at all. He was a good writer. That's the thing people don't understand. Iceberg Slim was a great writer. But as far as a pimp, he was not a good pimp. Because a lot of pimps look down on Iceberg Slim and his methods. The brutality, and plus he was a drug addict. A lot of pimps look down on that. What you say, Cream? You 6 years out the game? Oh, Cream, call up, Cream. Let me have Cream call up. That plane that disappeared is crazy, though. That plane that disappeared, that's insane. That shit, man. Some people are saying, that is it some alien abduction? They still haven't found anything, no debris or nothing. But let me have Cream call up. Yes, Iceberg Slim was a very bad drug addict. And most guys in the game, they don't rock like that. Cream, I want Cream to call up. Call up, young lady. Now, this ain't Cream. I gotta hang up. I want to talk to Cream only. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Tariq.
Hey, who's this?
This is 2 Deep 81.
Hey, 2 Deep 81. How are you?
I am doing excellent. This is my first time getting through. My actual first time ever streaming, commenting with you.
Yes.
Seeing Hidden Colors 1 and 2. Changed my mom, my whole family's life. Just basically wanted to let you know that, yeah, we do have the new Denmark DC statue down here in Charleston, South Carolina at one of our local parks, Hampton Park. I took my children, me, my husband, my family went out there. We read the documents that they have on the actual statue. Some of the information is non-factual, some is factual. So we're really appreciating that. I know that our so-called leaders probably did a good thing by having that placed out there.
Yes.
But we really are wanting to know, are you going to come near here to speak? I'm not sure if you would ever come here or not.
I would love to. I would love to. I'll keep you guys posted on that because people are always flying me in and out of places. Now the statue. How long has the statue been up?
The statue, I'll say it's about maybe 2 months old now.
Okay, I would like to see that statue. I would love to see. Now you said some of the information was factual, some was not factual. What was some of the information you thought was not factual about the Denmark VC rebellion?
Just basically about his life, some information pertaining to what he did exactly, some information about him personally. I just feel wasn't 100% factual.
What did they
But
say?
the
What did
fact
they say
that
about him personally? What did they say?
I can't remember word for word. I have it on my video recorded on my phone, but me and my husband was reading it, and my husband made a comment. He doesn't think that all of it was true, but
Okay.
they did have some good, valid points. But it was more pertaining to his personal struggle with
Okay.
what he was trying to put together here. That we didn't find that was most accurate. I actually have a tape of it. I can send it to you for you to read it, for you to,
Okay. Because I
push
know,
up
yeah,
things on it like how we did.
because I know a lot about Denmark VC. The basic information I know is that they got him directly from Africa, from what I understand. He traveled a lot with the slave master captain, so he learned navigation. And when he planned the rebellion, they were going to escape. I think they were going to go to somewhere in the Caribbean, or they were going to go back to Africa. So they had the whole thing plotted out, and they had, well, from what I understand, about 9,000 people that were going to be down with that rebellion. So that was
Correct.
that was a major thing, and a lot of folks don't know that he was free. He wasn't a slave at the time when he was planning the rebellion. He bought his freedom because he won a lottery. And his wife and his child, they were enslaved. And that just goes to show the man's courage. Even though he was free, he still wanted to ride out. That's why I have a lot of respect for Denmark VC. And we talk about him a little bit in Hidden Colors 3, by the way. So, I do a lot of research on that, and I would love to see that statue. So if you can send a picture with that and email me and send me some more information, that would be excellent.
I can definitely do that. I have you on my Hidden Colors page, or I have you as a friend on Hidden Colors. I don't have you as a friend on Facebook as under your name or anything like that, but I also want to throw this out there too. My son is in the 5th grade, and they were watching some type of tape in their class, some type of informative tape in their class, and it came apart about melanin. And of course, me and my husband, we well inform our children. We have 4 children, 13, 12, 11, and 9. And basically, he said that it came apart that they were talking about melanin. The teacher immediately shut it off. And my son was like, what's going on? Right before this, you were teaching us about how we were slaves and we were worth nothing, less than a penny. And she just got really upset with him and said it's not a part of our curriculum and you can't watch it. So I really would like to hear your views based on that, because I feel like that right there is enough for me to take it to the head, of the school district, because we have to get this information out to our children.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tariq.
Much respect. Thank you, sister. Yeah, and I talked about that like last week or the week before, where a friend of mine, his son took Hidden Colors to the school because he had on like a Hidden Colors shirt, and the teacher was like, hey, what's that? He was like, it's a movie that I'm in, and it's the 3rd installment. They were like, oh, cool. Want to bring the first and the second one up here? And then they brought that up there and put it in. Them teachers yanked that shit out so fast. They're like, oh, we thought this was going to be some slave nigga shit. Man, what y'all talking about in the room? What y'all talking about in the room? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But don't forget to get the Mackish package. Get that at TariqElite.com. 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 I talked about the Chris Brown thing a couple of hours ago. Yes, indeed. We're still heavy in the room. Where's Queen? Cream, I think that's her name. Where's Cream? I wanted to talk to Cream about her being in the game. Cream, where you at, sweetie? Yeah, Damon Dash says some real shit. I respect what Damon Dash was talking about. I'm waiting on Cream to call up. Queen, where you at? Cream. I keep calling this woman Queen. Cream. I want Cream to call up. Where you at, beloved? I need you to call up so we can chop up game with you. Did Cream bounce? Say Dame is looking crazy. Now, Dame was saying some real talk. Dame was saying some real talk. Yeah, the Cooperate shirts are slim fitting. Yes, they are. So a lot of times, if you get the Cooperate shirt, if you you got like that stomach on you, you might want to get a size bigger. But the Cooperate shirts, they fit good, just as long as you don't look like Fred Rerun Barry. You say, is it Capital One? Is it oppression? Well, the thing is, it's a choice thing. You know, the women in the game, it's a choice. You got to choose up to get in the game. So you was hitting that ass and you started smelling urine. What's up, Sam? Shit. Yeah, cream bounced. But still, I still want somebody to hit me up if you can do some animated GIFs and some Photoshop stuff. Y'all hit me up at KFlex for Life. KFlex for Life at yahoo.com, ladies and gentlemen. KFlex for Life at yahoo.com. Yo, the Tariq Elite shoes are coming. Those Tariq Elite boots are coming in a couple of weeks, y'all. Y'all stay tuned for that. That's going to be real fresh. That's going to be real fly. The boots are coming. All right, y'all, let me get Tariq Radio popping. We're going to get Tariq Radio popping right about now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Tariq Elite Radio will start popping in about 30 seconds from now, family. So stay tuned. Tariq Radio coming soon. Right now, 30 seconds. Don't go nowhere.